it as them. So even if you, let's say you guys don't even agree with those people and you're not really on their team or anything, you're just even more stupid. Like you went and attacked the one person who had similar enemies to you. And now you got that same person to hate you just as much as I hate Thayer. You got me to hate you guys just as much as I hate Zachary. And for Huckleberry to come over here and even be like, oh, you're just simping for Tonic or some stupid shit like that. Like, people aren't dumb enough to believe that. They might have believed that like about a year and a half ago when you try to pull that shit. But they're not going to believe you now. Like, I mean, you might have your friends simping for you, white knighting, pretending that they believe you and shit, but that's not the same thing as them believing you. It really isn't. And they know you're full of shit. All of your friends know you're full of shit. Matter of fact, I really don't think any of you have any real friends at all. And trust me, Huck, Sweet as Sugar's not your real friend. Because if you heard how much shit she was talking about you behind the scenes, then you probably wouldn't really, trust this person as much as you do. And same thing goes for Sweet. If you knew how much shit this chick probably says behind your back, I mean, I don't know because I haven't talked to Huck, but I'm sure it's probably the same thing. If you're talking behind her back the way you did, then there's no doubt she's doing the same thing to you. So, I mean, okay, yeah, you guys pretend like you're friends with each other. Sweet as Sugar just only says she doesn't trust a damn about Huck to me on the phone. Why would she say that? I have no idea. Was she trolling me? I have no idea. She still gave me money for my attorney's fee, trying to pretend like she gave a fuck. Maybe she really did. Maybe she really didn't trust Huck. But it doesn't matter at this point if she's going to share my medical records with Huck. No, at that point, it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all. She could be enemies with the same people I'm enemies with, and it still wouldn't matter. Because what matters is what you and Huck did, not what they did. When it comes to this topic, this subject, what matters is what you did, what you and Huck did. That doesn't have to do with them. Those people, I'll hold them accountable for what I'm going to hold them accountable for, which is a completely separate thing from what you and her did. That's bullshit, Trumpy. And you came in here threatening to murder me earlier. Matter of fact, you came in here threatening to murder me many times, Trumpy. And don't think for a second that I'm going to forget about it, because I wrote down every single time you threatened my life. Every fucking time you threatened to kill me. And I wrote it down. Save for a rainy day. And it's funny because I actually have a screenshot. And matter of fact, it was actually Huckleberry or Sweet as Sugar that gave me the screenshot of this motherfucker Trump said. Or Trumpy, my bad, Trumpy. Unless they gave me an image of Trump said, unless it was Trump said, I'm gonna have to go back and see myself, but I'm sure it was one of those two. Yeah, no. Yeah, we're not doing that. So I just went on a rant for a little while. Just like I had to do something to distract me anyway. Like I had to distract myself for a little bit. Either way. Internet tough guy. No, I really want to clarify this with people. I really want people to understand. Yes, I would love donations. You know, I would love to smoke weed. But do I love weed that much to where I'm willing to take money from Sweden Huck or anyone from that group? Absolutely not. I will dislike weed real quick before I accept any money from those people again. And I mean it. I mean it. This spur doesn't have to do with weed. Like when I need weed tomorrow or like whatever, I mean, I guess tonight I could ask for help from people too. But I mean, right now it doesn't matter. I can't go get weed right now either way. So even if you guys want to prioritize this, like this is about weed, it's not. And I'm highly insulted when people make it out to seem like it like I'm saying this shit just for weed or some shit. Or like I'm saying that I'm gonna end up dead because of weed or not having weed when I never said that. And people want to take my words out of context, that's fine, you know, but that's all they're really doing. They're just taking my words out of context. That's all Katie's doing. Because I never said I was gonna die if I didn't have weed. I did not. It's interesting how they twist this shit. It's really interesting how they twist this shit. Because they know damn well they're not telling the truth. But then there's some dumb morons in the chat that you damn well know are like stupid enough to believe it. And of course, you know, the entitled blonde white girl thinks she has control over people enough so to where she can brainwash them, a complete lie, pushed along by some white girl who thinks she owns all of you. How typical. You know, of course, why wouldn't you listen to Katie? Why wouldn't you? She has a bigger house than you. She's white, right? She's entitled. She's sarcastic. She's obnoxious. But she owns you guys because she's white, because she's entitled. She has nicer things than you. You're not as you're not as you're not as important as Katie. She already knows she's more important than you. Therefore, she doesn't have to tell you the truth. Therefore, she can pass on a lie. Of course, it might not be the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, but it's from Katie. Who cares, right? She's the little blonde who knows everything. With their stupid what do you call it? What are the like what are those things called? Overhauls? Like what are you doing wearing overalls? Like nasty. You nasty. Like that's not even in style. Like it's not like the like you're just stupid. Who the fuck wears overhauls? Overalls, whatever. She does. Katie does. You know, she thinks she looks good in overalls. So Navin Johnson, stupid piece of shit, told her to wear fucking overalls and she listened. Gross. It's like, you know, what way do you want to turn off a guy? Just, oh, I know, wear overalls. Yeah, don't you know, don't turn off a guy too much. You know, you want to get a dick soft, make sure you wear overalls. No big deal. You know, when you don't want to even try looking pretty, just hey, you know, whatever, put on overalls. Who cares, right? 'Cause we all want to see a nasty blonde bitch in overalls. Nasty, skinny, like twiggy ass fucking chick, man. And it's like, you know, the thing about her too is like she doesn't even have like a nice body. Like it just like her body's all fucked up. Like her neck's all fucking extra skinny with, you know, lines and shit and all this like freaking like she's not even like she has this big extra ordinary fucking head. It's like I don't know who Navin Johnson thought he was winning with, but I mean, you know, he'd have better luck walking into any bar and finding any woman who's like maybe that much better than Katie. Because it's just like you are not impressing anyone, Katie. You are not impressing anyone. You're way too skinny. Like the Botox or whatever it is that you did just didn't even help. I don't even know what the fuck you did. I don't even like honestly, Botox probably would help you more if it wasn't Botox. If it was Botox, you'd sure botch that shit up quick. I mean, it's just like you're only 33. Like, what the fuck did you do? I'm the same age as you. Like, why the fuck would you bother ruining your facial features? I hate that shit. Like, why do you have to do that shit for? Like, why? What for what reason did you have to botch your face up, Katie? For what reason, Katie? You know, and before you talk shit, before you try to make yourself feel special, like you're not like, you know, if I had an option, if I had an option, no matter what, I would choose Jess over you no matter what, Katie. Like are like you're not even close. You're not even freaking close. Like I would literally ignore you, Katie. I would ignore you. Like I do ignore you. That's the thing. Like I do ignore you. Like I swear, if you were someone who a guy has interest in or is attracted to, trust me, like I'd be over there. Like I would give you attention whether or not I thought that I was pissed off by what this chick said or not. And I'd be over there. I would. But I don't find Katie attractive. I don't find her cute. I don't find her funny. I think she's gross. She's just gross. She's like this little goblin thing. She's like a little gremlin that lives in Navin Johnson's basement or some fucking shit. You know, stop living in Navin Johnson's basement, you fucking bitch. Take off those ugly ass overalls. Nobody wants that. Like nobody's looking at you in overalls and checking you out. Like stop. Just fucking stop. Like you're not even important. You're not relevant. I mean, you know, you're like another gamer girl. You know, it's like here's gamer girl, Miss fucking retardedness who just jumps into this community and has no idea what's going on. You know, and it's like she has the same kind of personality like Katie. It's like she's just like gamer girl. You're just another gamer girl. 2000. It's pretty pathetic, honestly. It's like gamer girl couldn't even bother brushing her own fucking hair. It's like who fucking cares? Don't even brush your hair, whatever, you know. Katie says too. Wasn't Katie says just in my chat? Where's Katie says avatar? What is it with you ladies not being able to brush your freaking hair? I don't understand why it's so hard to brush your fucking hair. Like why? I don't get it. Hold on, I want to take a look at this avatar real quick. Oh no, hold on. We'll look at Katie says avatar real quick.
This little motherfucking retard.
So it's an example of how she just didn't want to brush her hair. She just didn't care to brush her hair. And she has chapped ass lips, you know. Paquito. Where's Sweets? Sweets is right here. You know, and Huckleberry with this optical illusion. Like, you know, it's like, hey, yeah, check out my boobs. You know,
Totally.
like everyone's gonna check out
Totally.
her more if she shows her boobs and her pot belly. Like,
Bub fatty.
fuck you, Huck. Like, fuck you and your fucking boobs. Okay, how about that?
No, thank you.
And then Sweets right here. Look at her shit. Like, you know, she's not satanic as fucking this shit. Like, yeah, you don't look satanic at all.
It's called Halloween.
You do not look evil whatsoever. You have not given me a reason to distrust you even more with this avatar. I know. Because we all trust Swedish Sugar so much more with black lipstick and whatever the fuck is on her eyes. I mean, you look like the bitch in The Grudge. I mean, you know, what you want to look like a horror movie character, then fine. You know, this fits the mark right there. There you go. Hey, you want to be creepy and shit? Whatever. They call it We the People Tyrant Wars. I call it They're the People Starting Wars. They should call it We the People. We are the people starting wars. Instead of We the People Tyrant Wars, it should be called We are the people starting wars. That's what they should call themselves. Because that's how fucking stupid and psychotic that group of people are. Like, they deserve to be in fucking jail. They deserve to be in prison. They deserve to be locked up with Robert Thayer. And they deserve to have the fucking key thrown in. Fuck them. Fuck Word 'em Up TV. Fuck you, Sweet. Fuck you, Huck. Fuck you, Rick Crude. Fuck you, Salty Rant. Fuck you, D-Ban. Yeah, fuck you, D-Ban. Taking up for Salty Rant. What the fuck is wrong with you? Crazy motherfuckers. You know, it's funny. That community will act like I somehow don't love my mom. They'll bring up that, you know, my mom hit me or beat me up that one time. They'll always bring up how I'm supposedly such a bad son. But then when it comes to like letting someone up like Billy Norwood, and they have no problem with that. Like when it comes to accepting someone in their community like Billy Norwood, and they totally are okay with that. That's it's really strange. You know, did they ever target that guy? No, they never did. Nope. No, they coddle him. So when they say that they care about these things, they're lying. Yeah. Yeah, I hate to break it to y'all. Unfortunately, they're a bunch of liars. So, I mean, what does it really matter what they say? Well, I'll tell you why it matters. It matters because they have more people than I do. So whether or not I'm telling the truth or not, my truth doesn't matter. You know, I hear people a lot saying like, you know, I don't know what the truth is. You know, I don't know who's telling the truth. I mean, it's pretty relatively easy to tell in case people are wondering, like, if you ever are trying to find the truth out about these things, all you have to do is just pay attention. All you have to do is hear what they have to say, then compare it to what I have to say. And then all you do is rationalize to figure out, well, who's the one telling the truth? Could it be the person A or person B? Or to even make it easier to really figure out who to trust or who to believe in, are you going to believe in the trolls who lie, carry on half truths, have been known to lie? The people who need more numbers than just one person to prove their point, or that one individual who has his one opinion, who has his one truth, doesn't switch up, doesn't have to have people join in, and doesn't sound like he's lying. I mean, you know, it's not like, you know, you're going to have proof to provide everyone for every single detail within drama that's consistent, spanned up to 2-3 years. Like, you know, it's kind of hard to be able to put an archive together to show people all this shit, how it started, because I never was prepared to do that. But I mean, all you really have to do is focus on their mannerisms. All you really have to do is like you might not be able to read body language on YouTube, but you can kind of tell through their voice, through their answers, through their methods of giving answers, not even just how or what answers they're giving, even the methods and how they give their answers or responses. You have to take it all into account because these are intelligent people. Like they are intelligent enough to fuck with people's minds. Like they are. And that's exactly why people in the communities and other communities notice it. It's not like they don't notice it. They notice it. But unfortunately, when you have that many people pushing a narrative, it might take years before they believe it, before they believe me. It might be years before they know the truth. And that's even if they know or find out. Because that's how long it takes. That's how long they're going to drag people through the mud before they ever let people figure out what's really going on. They're not going to be letting people know what's happening when they go behind the scenes and they fuck with people. When they go up on someone's panel and they disrespect that panel and disrupt it on purpose just so that they can fuck with that panel host. It's not like they just randomly do it just because they're just trolls and they're just having fun. These are people who plan out everything they do down to the T. It might seem outlandish. It might seem stupid what they do, but I'm telling you, they plan it out. They have a narrative. They have an agenda. It's not just a bunch of trolls who are just gathering around, just looking for attention, just looking for people to talk to. No, no, no. If it were that simple, there would be a lot of people making friends on here. We'd have a lot of good panels if that were the case. But if y'all notice, the entire community is stuck in an echo chamber. Every panel y'all go to, and it's always an echo chamber, no matter where it is now. And it's because of those people. They turned this shit into hell. Like it's just like it's not even fun for the people who want to have fun now. They took the fun away from it. And like how is that any different from someone robbing you? How is that different from someone stealing something from you? In a sense, that's the same thing. Like they stole your community from you. These trolls took away your community from you. They stole something from you. Andrew dragged you through the mud. Tonic dragged you through the mud and took away the one thing that y'all appreciated. And you hate me for it. And you fucks hate me for it. You blame me for it. It's like I don't even know half the people in your community. I don't even speak to them, have nothing to do with them, and you blame me. I'm not even in their Discord servers, don't have any association with those people, but they blame me. You know how much blame those people have put on me? Over 2.5 years worth of blame. That instead of taking the one and just like, admitting that they're wrong for some things, like or anything that they might be wrong about. No, they pinned the blame on me for everything, even for their own mistakes, and they pinned the blame on me, even for their own fucking mistakes, and I've had people blame me for it. Because if they can have someone as a scapegoat, they can use someone, to burden with their problems, then they don't have to have problems. They don't have to be held accountable for anything. They could just pin the blame on whoever the fuck they want, me, and move along. And it doesn't matter because that many people hate me enough to where they're not going to question it. They're going to say, "Oh yeah, Connie, yeah, oh yeah, I know about him. Yeah, oh yeah, it's his fault. Oh yeah, I know about him. Yeah, Oh, that guy who asked for weed? Oh, yeah, I know about him. Oh, I work a hard job every day. How dare that person get money? How dare he get money? How dare this person who's been going through more shit than any one of these people on here get money? You know, and it's like I'm the one person that honestly will not like allow or not necessarily allow. Like I won't just like let people put my cash app up there. Like, like on Mr. P's last night, like the like I'm the one person who would do that shit, who wouldn't ask him to put it up there. Anyone in that community would. Anyone else would. AC would have, Tonic would have, anyone would have. I'm the one person that didn't. I'm the one person that didn't take that $500 from Roscon. But I get more shit for it than anyone else. Well, if anything, I get more shit than anyone else. I don't know if I get shit for that, but I get more shit than anyone else. I'm classified as the biggest e-beggar in the community, allegedly, even though I'm the one person that actually pushed away $500 for the sake of preserving someone's wrench. But fuck me, right, Hostel? And she still to this day hates my fucking guts, Hostel. And I still, don't think she has enough reason to. I really don't. Like, whether I called her a bitch or the C word or whatever, it's not enough to permit them to destroy my life. It's not enough to permit them to try to fucking murder me. It's not enough of an excuse to suicide bait somebody who has less than you. It's not. Whether you believe it is or not, it's not okay. And you are wrong. You people are so wrong that you had to wake up for the past 2.5 years telling yourselves you are right, making yourselves worse people because of it, turning yourselves into fucking monsters because of it. You should be ashamed of yourselves for allowing yourselves to become what you became. You're going to blame me. No, blame yourselves for allowing me to get to you to that degree. If you allowed me to get to you to that degree, then you would let anybody get to you. You are vulnerable. You are easy. Anybody could troll you then. Anybody could come at you and you would not be able to defend yourself, I'm sure, when it comes to this shit. You don't stand a chance. You don't have thick skin. It's clear as day that if you have to obsess over this shit for 2.5 years, and Andrew, you're part of this too. If you have to obsess over this shit for 2.5 years over YouTube fucking bullshit, you're pathetic. You're a coward. You have to waste that much time on some fucking stupid shit like this. You have no life. You don't. And that goes for the rest of you. You don't have lives. You don't. You don't have real friends. You claim you do. You claim you're popular. You claim you're this. You claim you're that. You guys don't have shit. You guys you might even be able to say you love your money, but you guys don't even love your jobs. If you loved your jobs, you wouldn't be here complaining about how I got money for weed and you guys didn't because you had to work for it. If you were so pissed off, if you weren't so pissed off about your jobs, you'd be happy to go to work and work for it. You wouldn't have to complain about how I got donations for weed or cigarettes if you cared about your fucking jobs. Because really, all that is just people who are jealous because they just wish they could make money on YouTube and not have to go to work. And it's funny because I'm not even on here. I wasn't even on here to make money, you douchebags. But what did they do? They prioritized it. They prioritized the money. Like it's fucked up because if anything, they made it very selfish in this community. They made it seem very selfish. Like as if like these donators are property. And it's like I never looked at it like that ever. And then these people started fucking playing games with people and their money. Start trolling with money. At that point, who's gonna know who's being honest and who's not? Doesn't fucking matter. Right? As long as they hate Connie. But it's like they're the e-beggars. They're the ones whose only intention was to come on here and make money. AC shit show, he'll claim that he loves trolling. He claims he loves the drama. Well, he loves money more. That's what he really loves, money. Okay, he started his channel to make money. That's it. I mean, like, it's ridiculous when I think about it, because I never came in this with the intention to make money. Like, it turned out how it turned out. But I swear to God, people started throwing money to me first before I ever asked for donations. To the degree that I am now. Like, to the degree that I have been asking for donations or been asking for donations or been about that. Like, I wasn't like that when I started off. When I did Rebel City Sports, this is the political show that I did 2.5, 3 years ago, whatever. And I would only ask if people wanted to help out with donations once per stream. There was even streams that I forgot completely to ask. And it wasn't something that I prioritized. And people, for the most part, didn't really do much. It's not like they supported me much, but it didn't matter because I wasn't on there for that. I was on there to provide a show. That's it. But, you know, then this community wants to drag me in their shit. This fucking Candace Smithson woman who first discovered me over in Mars Life's chat, you know, she throws me fucking watts of money to troll me, pretty much. You know, whether or not it was to troll me, I don't really know, but it turned into that. She ended up giving money to Andrew Tonic shit show to attack me, literally to attack me, literally to cancel me out. You know, a woman who has a lot of money, a woman who basically carried the backbone of this entire 1A community, of the 1A community. One of the few women who carries the backbone of these communities. Similar to Silver Diamond, their obsession with the 1A, their obsession with cop watchers is just unbelievable. Because I mean, these are the people who think similar to one another, like they are very similar. And you know, but they want to cancel me out. These are people who want to stop corrupt police, but they're more than willing to murder or kill me. You know, Candace actually called up my mom's housing, try to get my mom's social security taken away from her, try to, like, yeah, she tried to do a lot of fucked up shit. Still is. You know, they even said she's dead just to try to cover up her tracks. And it's like, she's not dead. The only person who even said she might have been dead was ASMR. And who the fuck is going to believe ASMR? No, Candace made up a lie so that people like me wouldn't ever question that she's behind some illegal shit. That's what. Ain't that right, Candace? You think I don't know you're listening? I can feel your presence from miles away, bitch. You're not dead. No, you're not. No, you're fucking not. Anything to try to cover your tracks. And those people are more than willing to let you do that if you pay them enough money. They're even willing to lie for you and say that you're dead just because you gave them enough money. You know, if you have enough money, people, you can get these trolls to do almost anything you want. Even kill someone, I'm sure. Literally. You could literally get these trolls to do anything you want, pay them as much as you want to do anything you want, and they will literally do anything you want. You tell them to put somebody's info out there, they'll put it out there. You put a price and they'll put it out there. Right, sweet? We know about that, right, sweet? Right, Huck? You both knew that if you threw me some donations here and there, I would be more than willing to put out that information you passed me while I was doing coffee with Rebel. And it wasn't like they just passed it along to me randomly or throughout the day or anything like that. No, it was right when I started coffee with Rebel, right at 9 a.m. Every time Swedish Sugar or Huckleberry or Paige or anybody wanted to pass me on information on people, and guess what? They do it right when I started that show, 9 a.m., right there on the dot. It wasn't at nighttime, wasn't when I wasn't doing the show. It wasn't like they were passing the information as a friend to a friend. No, no. These are people who are trying to use me and did. Hell, how do you guys think Leonard DeLeon's information got put out there? How do you guys think Rada's information got put out there? How do you guys think fucking uh who else? I'm sure Golden Eyes, even fucking what's his name, 10th Man. You know, I would never known what 10th Man looks like if it weren't for Swedish Sugar sending me his pictures. But it's like you guys think that I just came across this shit myself. No, people were using me, using my ass. And they probably were doing it because Polly Crispy had a gripe with me at that time. So they were going to do anything to take up for him, including setting me up and using me as bait to get back at the people that they don't like. And it's funny because those same people that they wanted to get back at because they didn't like at that time, and they ended up siding with them all over again and then kicking me down. So basically, the only reason I even did it was so that we the people tyrant war could put my private information up, get my medical documents, you know, make a big spectacle about it, consider me a tyrant. It's just crazy how I started off as a bum on the streets being discriminated against by trolls on the internet, only for those same trolls to discriminate against me even more so, and then use me as bait just so that they could point at me and be like, he's the monster, he's the enemy, he's the criminal. This person who was targeted by people like that in the first place, dragged into this shit in the first place by people like that. But now I'm considered to be one of those people. So much so where they're going to consider me a tyrant. They're going to put my information out there on their fucking website. And even when I requested for them to take it down, did they? No, they did not. They had enough respect to take Rick Rude's information down or say Teresa Richards' information down. But did they bother taking mine down? No. But I'm supposed to accept money from them, though, right? I'm supposed to accept help from people like that, right? No. I'm all set. I'll struggle. I won't have many donators. I won't get much money. I will not be able to get employed. I will not be able to receive income, but I will still refuse yours. Swedish Sugar and Huck, you taking this shit way too far. I try to tell y'all both to stop. When it comes to that shit, you should know who your enemies are. Do not treat your friends like they're your enemies, because those people will never be your friends again. And for some reason, Huckleberry, she's in her 50s. She's never learned these lessons. Like, not once in her life has she ever learned these lessons, apparently. No one's taught her. No one's basically taught her right from wrong, what's morally right. She doesn't care. She's stupid. She's dumb. She's illiterate. I mean, she sucked dick just to get some money. It's not even her money, it's Mr. Box Truck's money. So, I mean, it's very telling. And as far as Sweet's concerned, I mean, what? Like, we're talking about somebody who's sadistic, who's fucked up in the head. And of course she is. She cleaned up dead bodies and shit. Like, that's what she did for a job. She used to fucking clean up freaking biohazardous material, like blood and guts and people's heads being blown in and shit. Like, and she'd be one of those people cleaning that shit up. There's no wonder why she's as psychotic as she is. Like, anyone who's doing a job like that is probably not going to be too fucking sane by the end of it. I mean, call me crazy. I don't think I'm going to be very sane if I ended up cleaning a bunch of blood from some ground. Yeah, I don't imagine I'm going to be very sane if I end up cleaning somebody's fucking innards and intestines from, the wall or some shit. It's bound to drive someone insane. And I'm telling people, she's insane. She is not normal. There is a reason she probably chose that job to begin with. She's a fucking psychopath. Any job would have been better than that. Working at KFC would have been better than that. But these are people who only care about materialistic shit. They don't care about themselves, their bodies, their minds. They care about money. So even if they're willing to put their bodies through hell, through torment, put their minds through pain, nonstop suffering, they are more than willing to do it for more money. Because, of course, what's a college education, right? Here's these people who are so educated and, they've worked hard and, yeah, you've worked hard, but you weren't very educated, though. What college did you graduate from? The college of cleaning up fucking blood and guts? So I mean, it goes to show why Swedish Sugar is not very intelligent. Obviously. I mean, it's someone who has to argue with her own son on why her son cannot stay at his girlfriend's home. I mean, her son, how old is yours? Like 17, 18 or some shit? He can't stay at his girlfriend's home. You're going to have a hissy fit because he wants to hang out with his girlfriend instead of you. I mean, what kind of sicko are you? And then to try to cover up her tracks, she then blames her son for the incident in which the police are called to her home. It's not her fault. It's her son's fault. Just like how she blames me for shit that's not even my fault. She does the same fucking shit to her own fucking kids. Pathetic. It's really pathetic, Sweet. Because the same shit you do to your son is the same shit you do to me. If only your son knew how fucking pathetic you really are. And he probably does. Because he watches me too, doesn't he? And your dumbass introduced me to your dumbass introduced him to my shit. So even if you think your son doesn't watch this, he does. And he sees how fucking stupid you really are. And then you wonder why your fucking family hates your fucking guts. Just in case her son is watching, just so you understand, your mother went and passed on my medical records, my private medical records, with her friend Huckleberry, which is a crime. And I told her, I asked her, I pleaded for her to not share it with anybody. And what did she do? Not even a week after I had sent her that information, that private medical information that I had to wait 2 months, almost a month to receive by mail. I had to wait almost a month to even be able to obtain it myself. Because if otherwise, I'd have to go to the hospital to obtain it myself. But this crazy bitch, Swedish Sugar, she wants to go around and pass my medical documents with people. Like it's just some game. As if like because I pass them on to her, she believes that now she can pass them on to everyone. That's not how it works, especially not with medical records. Especially not with medical records. And I'm not just talking about one piece of paper. I'm not talking about two pieces of paper. I'm talking about like 30 different sheets of fucking forms and documents regarding my health, my physical, my mental, all of it. All of my medical records. Not just some, all of them. And the guy Trumpy, who came in here and threatened to murder me, is going to tell me she didn't pass it on to anyone? That motherfucker? You're going to get him to try to tell me? The guy who came over here and threatened to murder me? Yeah, no. And just so her son is aware, in case he's watching, yeah, one of Swedish Sugar's, your mom's, one of Swedish Sugar's best friends on YouTube threatened to murder me, and does very often, as a matter of fact. Matter of fact, within the past month alone, he's probably threatened me or threatened to murder me at least 3, 4, or 5 times now at this point. And that's the people that your mom hangs out with. Swedish Sugar hangs out with. Yep. I don't know if that's the real GD. I think it is because it has 100 and something subs. I don't trust Swedish Sugar, GD. I never did. I never trusted her. I never trusted Trumpy. And, they thought that they could manipulate me with their money. Hence the donos. Of course, if they knew that I didn't make any sort of income, of course I'd be reliant on donos. Of course I would need people's help. But what they did was they figured, since he needs that help that bad, maybe he's more than willing to push this information out there on people we don't like. Because of course they weren't going to just spend their money on me and get nothing in return. Of course they had to get something out of it, right? They had to use me and abuse me. And then turn me into the monster. Even though they get their friend to come over here and threaten to murder me. It's funny how Sweet will put that short video up. Like, from something I said 2 years ago. But it's like, I swear there's been people who've done worse things and said worse things to me within the past month. Even Trumpy alone threatening to murder me, literally saying he's going to murder me in my chat various occasions. Even today, told me that I should kill myself or something like that. And it's like, one time did I say to Swedish Sugar 2 years, as opposed to 10, 15 times that these people said it to me within the past month. I mean, who like, it's almost like saying Swedish Sugar's life is just more important because it's just her. Because it's her life is more important. My life not, I mean, sure, I don't even agree with what I said 2 years ago, but that doesn't even apply to these people. Apparently that doesn't matter to them. Forgiveness, like how Salty Rant says, that's not something that people in this community have. That's not something that people have within them. Like, that's not something people do. Like, that's just absurd. Forgiveness, what? They're not going to forgive shit. They're psychopaths. You don't need to warn Trumpy about anything. Trumpy is just as sadistic and fucked up as Swedish Sugar. Trust me. He knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. He's an idiot. He came over here and threatened to murder me, GD. He's not very bright. For Swedish Sugar, he did. Like, for anybody to threaten to murder somebody for anyone is just absurd. But it just goes to show how much loyalty these people have for one another. And they do. They're so loyal, they're willing to fucking tell people they don't like to fucking off themselves. Almost every fucking day I go live. And 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 I strongly believe that Huckleberry and Sweet are partly responsible for Richard Cheese. It could maybe be, just Tonic and just Andrew and just Game Over too. But I mean, when you see the entire community in dead silence for 6, 7 months straight, in anticipation for all this shit, like just like this too telling. Like it's just like it's too questionable. These are people who are working together to make this into what it is. If it weren't for those people working together, this never would have became what it is to this day. So it's like I don't trust them. Fuck you, Benjamin. I don't know if he's in love with her, but he's him and her have been close apparently for a long time. Like I don't really know much about the relationship. I just know that he came in here threatening to murder me for a good 2 months now. Or a month, I'd say probably about a month. No, I know. I mean, I suspected she was paying Richard Cheese. I mean, there's no way she isn't. That's why I always suspected. I was like, well, why isn't she donating to me? Well, that's weird because she always donates to someone. Like that's the thing with Sweetest Sugar. She's addicted to donating. Like how people are addicted to gambling, she's addicted to donating. So if I know she's not donating to me, she's donating to someone. And it's not just Huck. Like when I first was aware of her obsession or addiction, it was back when she was giving everyone money. She gave me money at the same time when she was giving Andrew money. She gave Andrew money at the same time when she was giving Liberty Bird money. She gave, I mean, like she gave money to all these fucking people. No, I'm not leaving her alone because she won't leave me alone. She brought my name up today, Trumpy, not the other way around. You know how she's always saying to not bring her name up? Well, that's funny because I never did this morning. I never brought her name up. I wasn't talking about her. And then I overheard Huck's panel because someone sent me the link, told me she was bringing my name up. Sure enough, she brought my name up. It's funny. These old people, man, they stick together. These creepy fucking old people from the 1A stick together. They really do. These peanut 411 motherfuckers. I swear to God. She's not playing Trumpy. I mean, yeah, she is. She's playing like that's the thing. She's playing everybody. Like Swedish Sugar, people have to understand she plays everyone. Like I was saying, she was talking shit about Huck when we were privately talking on the phone just 3 weeks ago. And she was literally talking shit about Huck. She was literally, I don't trust anybody, not even Huck. I was even questioning her too. Like that's the only reason why I would have even spoken to Sweet again is if I thought that she had an issue with Huck. That was actually the whole reason why we even started talking again was because I really believed that she had an issue with Huck. But it was just a troll. It was literally just a troll. And meanwhile, Huck, she has fucking Chicky Katie's fucking friends in her chat with wrenches. How do you make sense out of that? Because as much as she wants to claim that I'm somehow simping for Tonic or white knighting for Bird or Robert Thayer, I'll even say his fucking name. Like, how the fuck is that possible? You have people in your chat who are friends with the motherfucker, who are friends with his girlfriend, with wrenches in your fucking chat. But you have the audacity to talk about me? She sent weed to me too, GD. Or did she? I don't remember. Who knows? That's the thing, though. It's like, fuck those people. They have no problem breaking laws. Even Candace Smithson, I remember being on the phone with her and her telling me how she gets illegal prescriptions of whatever kind of prescription she wants, and she gets them from Canada. How she has this great source of if I need any medication, anything at all, she said she could get it from me at one point. And she gets medication from Canada, straight from a good source. Ain't that right, Candace? Like, these people are people who are supposedly, quote unquote, air quotation, law abiding citizens who just tend to break the law, federal law. But then they want to tell me that I'm wrong for saying that they committed any crime. Well, that's funny because I don't think I am wrong. I don't. And for those evil people to think that it's okay to put out my medical records like that or to share them with each other like that, that's disgusting. Like they have to be held accountable just as much as anyone else. And if not by me or the law, then who? Oh, she is. She made peace with Joe Cool real quick right after that whole falling out. Like, once Robert Thayer Bird started getting brought into the mix, all of a sudden she didn't care about Joe Cool anymore. She even said, "Oh, I made peace with him." Oh, you made peace with him? Oh, okay. So you dragged me through the mud, got all your fucking auditor friends to hate my guts because I took up for you against Robert Thayer, only for you to then go back and suck Joe Cool's dick. And it doesn't bother me. Like, that's the thing. Like, sometimes I wonder if Swedish Sugar's like jealous, or if she thinks like I want to be with her or some shit. And I don't want anything to do with her. I've never looked at her as someone that I ever wanted something with. If that's what she's implying, if that's what she's doing, is creating an obsession over me because she, like, liked me or some shit like that, then she's stupid. Like, if anything, even if I did like a woman, even if I was attracted, let's say, if they did that shit to me, I would never be attracted. I would never like that person. Like, I would never think of that ever. Like, it's so unattractive. Just the same thing that I say about Katie. Like, how the fuck could I ever find Katie attractive? It's like, ugh. Like, she talks shit about my mom. Anyone who talks shit about my mom is disgusting. Any one of them. Of course she was funding corrosive. Of course she was. That community is really fucked up because it's like, you got all these people who at one point they have enemies and then they side with the enemies. Then they have enemies, but then they side with the enemies. So then they have a falling out with the enemy just to side with the enemy again. Like Corrosive, for instance. One of his good friends is Tonic. How is that even possible when Swedish Sugar, let's say how you just said, Benjamin, is one of the supporters of Corrosive, donated to Corrosive, even knowing that Corrosive was friends with Tonic? Like, what does that really say about Swedish Sugar? If anything, she might as well just put money in Tonic's pocket. Because he's going to take up for a Tonic narrative no matter what. If he's loyal to Kate Peter, you can't say much about this guy being a great guy. Because you won't really know about the guy until you really see how he works with Kate, with these other people. If you just hear how he talks, and you'll think he's a rational human being. Anyone who hears Corrosive talk, because he's intelligent. I'm not gonna lie, he's you can tell he's educated, so he'll know how to talk his way out of anything. But that's the thing, like, these are still very sinister people. Like they still want harm to come to people. They still want to see suffering and pain. Just because they're intelligent or they sound intelligent doesn't necessarily mean that they want the best for everyone. And I think a lot of people misinterpret that. They misinterpret that for sure. Like even with Shiva will even tell these people, "I'm not claiming to be better than any of you. I'm not your leader. I'm not like." He'll even tell these people like, "Stop listening to me. Like I go through mental issues myself. Don't listen to me. I have mental illness myself," he says. And these people are dumb. They probably do listen to him because they're that stupid where they don't care. They don't like. I'm not saying that Shiva's dumb. I'm not even calling him stupid. I'm just saying that those trolls are dumb because they're not even going to listen to him saying that. They'll just take his word for anything he says. A lot of them, at least at one point, they did. Correction. At least at one point, they did. Do they now? Probably not. About a year ago, when I spoke to Shiva, he told me that no, these people aren't listening to him. These people don't listen. And I thought they were still the same people or still the same way they were 2.5 years ago. So I told him, no, they will listen. But I was wrong. I didn't realize how bad things really were. Because now they don't even listen to Shiva. At one point, they used to all listen to Shiva. Most of them used to listen to Shiva. Now none of them listen to Shiva. Very few of them do. But it's like, again, even he, has people who look up to him or take everything he says as fact. And it's like he still has mental illness. So you're just taking advice from someone who has mental illness. And because he sounds intelligent, he must be right. But sounding intelligent in a drama community doesn't necessarily mean shit. All it means is that you can manipulate people a little better. That's all. Like it doesn't make that person more righteous, doesn't make them better than anybody else, doesn't make them any more human than anybody else. It just means that they're better at explaining things to people. That's it. They're better at relaying information to people. When was this, Benjamin, where you saw Swedish Sugar and Kate's server and voice chat? How long ago was that, may I ask? That is strange. I wasn't even aware she was in her server. And it's weird because I could have checked. I just haven't bothered. Like I'm in Kate's server. I haven't looked in her server for a long time. So a lot of this stuff I miss it. I'm more focused on gathering information that I need pertaining my stuff that I'm dealing with. So I mean I don't have as much time to go into like Discord and see what's going on in there and shit. But if that's really happening, I'm not surprised. I probably wish I knew a lot sooner, but I'm not surprised. Well, there's Kate has a lot of control over these people.